Hi gang, so we're back with the quadratic function, a difference quotient with a quadratic function. I just wanted to see how difficult Alex was going to make it. This is a very nice example. It does have a couple extra steps, so let's make sure that we go over this. Okay, so I'll go through this with you now. Please make sure you can do both the linear and the quadratic case. Okay, let's do it. So as I mentioned before, the first thing you want to find is that f of x plus h. So everywhere I see an x, I'm just going to put a box there. All right, so everywhere I see an x, I put a box there because I'm going to replace x with x plus h. Okay, so x becomes x plus h. It does like an identity change, right? This becomes x plus h, x plus h, x plus h. That's what I'm doing here. All right, then you plug it into the difference quotient. I'll just write it out for you so you have it. Difference quotient's really important. You're going to visit that again in calculus. All right, so first I'll put up f of x plus h. I'm just going to convert the boxes to parentheses now. Okay, so I just converted the boxes to parentheses, so you can see that. All right, so that's the f of x plus h. This whole thing right here is the f of x plus h. And I'm going to subtract f of x. And I pointed this out before, and I want to say it again, because if you make an error here, it's going to give you a royal headache. So let's avoid that. So what I said earlier, and I'm going to say it again, is that you have to make sure that you subtract all of f. Students have a tendency sometimes to just subtract the first term. That's wrong. You have to opposite all the signs. So all the signs in f have to change. Because when you distribute that negative, they all have to change, not just the first sign. Okay? All right, now I'm just not sure where you guys are at with the x plus h, so I'm just going to, this part right here, I'm just going to spend a little extra time doing that for a moment. So if you have x plus h quantity squared, what that means is you have x plus h times x plus h. Okay, that is a FOIL. That is a FOIL. First, outside, inside, last. You cannot simply distribute that 2 in there. You can't like square the x and square the h and be done. It doesn't work like that. I'll write out all the steps, but there is the quick formula. Hopefully you remember it from intermediate algebra. The quick formula, you probably recognize this. A plus b squared equals a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. That. If you remember that formula, just apply it to this, which would give you x squared plus 2hx plus h squared, okay? But if not, you can FOIL it out, right? So we're going to have x times x is x squared. X times h, put it in alphabetical order, right? hx, not xh. And you want to do that so that when you combine like terms, if you don't have everything in the same order, you might not realize that you have two like terms. Okay, so h times x is hx. And then h times h is h squared. So always go with alphabetical order when you do stuff like this. Okay, so this is 2hx plus h squared. All right, so that's the x plus h squared part. Now notice you're going to have to multiply all of that by 2. So all of that is being multiplied by 2. So if I then multiply all this by 2, that's going to make everything twice as large, okay? Everything twice as large. So you'll notice in the next step down here, I'll write that out. Okay, so I'm doing all the work up here. I'm now going to multiply everything by 2. So I FOILed and now I'm multiplying by 2. So this will be 2x squared. This will be plus 4hx. This will be plus 2h squared. right, that's everything being multiplied by 2 after I FOILed it, right? I had to FOIL it. You have to FOIL it first. You have to do it in a particular order. Okay, so again, that was the FOIL. You FOIL it first, and then after you FOIL it, you put the 2 through. All right, I'll put the -4 into both terms here. I'll put the +2. Now I'll distribute the negative to everybody. And that's all over H. Woo! Okay, we're getting there. All right, now we are at the step where you want to combine like terms. So you want to scan that numerator and see who is a like term. So for instance, you got this guy with this guy. So 2x squared minus 2x squared, that goes. Let's see who else. We have -4x and +4x. So that goes. We have +2 and -2. So that goes. All right, the survivors, if you've done this correctly, all the survivors should have H in it. So you should notice everybody has an H in it. So 4hx plus 2h squared minus 4h, let me make sure I got them all over h. Now you're not done here because you want to hand in your fraction in lowest form. And right now it's not in lowest form. You have to factor out the h and reduce it. Okay, so let's factor out this h. Okay, so I took out the common factor of an h from the numerator. Now I'm going to reduce it. And then what's left is the final answer. We did it. Okay, and that's the final answer. Okay, gang, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you understand how to do the difference quotient. I'm really looking forward to seeing all your exams. And I will, of course, post more videos to help you. Okay, bye-bye for now.